This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, sir. Actually, as we discussed that SAP EWM is the decentralized environment. And there is no change for the S4 HANA environment as well. Please note that even S4 HANA as well, that is also decentralized one. S4 HANA also a decentralized one. Decentralized one. Even though EWM is embedded in same system. We see the system-wise differences. First, we go with the SCM decentralized, then we go with the S4 HANA. Okay, decentralized means, say somewhere, I assume that EWM component is available in somewhere else, not within the same client, somewhere else. We can treat it as. Okay, a slight difference is there within S4 HANA. We see it. Now, the first thing is we need to establish a connectivity between these systems. SAP ECC is a SAP system, and EWM also SAP system. That means we need to establish connectivity. Establish connectivity between these two. Okay. Here some terminology is there. RFC. RFC stands for remote function calls. Remote function calls. If we read from the right side, calling the functionalities remotely. Remotely means not in the same system, that is somewhere else. We are calling those. Okay, the terminology is RFC. Okay, RFC. Now, SAP ECC is one component, and SCM EWM is another component. In that case, SAP ECC also call the remote functionalities, and SCM EWM also required to call the functionalities from ECC itself. Okay, this thing. One sec, hold on, please. This thing. Okay. Right, sir. Okay, SAP ECC and SCM EWM. For the SAP ECC, RFC destination is SCM EWM. For SAP ECC, RFC destination means from where you are calling the functionalities. RFC destination is EWM system. For SCM EWM, RFC destination is SAP ECC. RFC destination is ECC system. So we need to maintain RFC destinations. RFC destinations. Where in both systems. In both systems. Normally, each SAP system is having one client number. Each SAP system is having one client number. That is 3-digit code. 3-digit code. 3-digit code, client number. The client number is telling us we are working within the system like this. Coming to the SAP implementations, we see different kind of environments, landscapes. The one is development system. In other terms, it is calling as a golden system. Golden system. All the configurations and customizations, first we configure within that development system. Then we move those configurations or customizations within the quality system. Within the quality system, where we can validate either our configuration is correct or not, customization is correct or not. Okay, once everything is fine, we move those configurations or customizations to production environment. Production environment is nothing but where the users execute their regular transactions. Now, say here I am saying that each SAP system is having one client number 3-digit. Okay, assume that 200 is golden client, 300 is quality system, 400 is the production environment. Here 3 client numbers are there. 3 are different environments. Means within these 3 environments, we have different RFC destinations. In the development, we have different RFC destinations. In the quality system, we have different RFC destinations. In production system as well, that is the different RFC destinations. Okay, these things. Like client-wise, we maintain the RFC destinations. With reference to the client, we maintain the RFC destinations. And another concept is there, logical system. Logical system. Say the name itself logical. Client representing the system name, logical system, we are giving some logical name for that system. Logical name. This logical system we use for the maintaining RFC destinations. Okay, just like our own flat is there, 2-255 is our flat number. If we keep Sri Nilayam, Balaji Nilayam, or else some other thing, that is a logical name. If we send any courier or something for the Balaji Nilayam or Sri Nilayam, you cannot get the courier. You need to maintain that your address as well, physical address as well, 2-255 like this. The same thing, even though we maintain the RFC destinations with reference to logical system, we assign that logical systems to our clients that we see within the system. To maintain the logical systems, one protocol is there. SAP is recommending, note that not restricting, recommending. The first 3 digits representing the system name, CLNT is one constant, and XXX is the client number. XXX is the client number. Say for example, if I want to use ECC system, enhancement 7 pack 500 client. In that case, EH7 system name, CLNT, client name is 500. This is my logical system. Okay, I maintain like this. If anybody sees this logical system name, easily he can identify that this is the ECC system enhancement 7 they are using, client is 500. Say, coming to the EWM system, assume that. EWM system. Say, first I can use like this, EWM, CLNT. Say, we are using 700 client. In that case, I can easily identify. And one more thing, and we cannot maintain anything this within our projects or any servers or any environment. As a EWM functional or technical consultant, we cannot touch this part. This is entirely responsibility of the basis client, basis consultant. They only decide these protocols and they only maintain these things. For our information purpose, we are discussing it. Okay, say we are doing some transactions in the system. It's better to understand what is the back end like this thing. For that reason, we are discussing it. And coming to our practice servers, please do not touch this part, just to have a look. Okay, this thing. Now I am going to ECC system. Now, how we connect our SAP server for our practice. This is called a login pad, SAP login pad, 710, 720, 730, 740, like this available. Okay, this for those who are required, I will forward this. This is the calling as a login pad. Within this login pad, what we can do is we maintain IP addresses here in the connections, IP addresses. Here description, it is showing some EWM 9.5 for my convenient. I have maintained this, and this is the IP address where the servers we are lending from some service providers. Within this IP address, they have maintained this one, and within that IP address, he is maintaining some different systems in instances. Okay, that one of the instance number 23 is dedicated for the EWM system in his system. Okay, this is the mandatory to work with the SAP in our systems. Those who are required, I will forward this link to download it. Okay, once after downloading it, maintain the application servers. This is for the EWM 23, 183 point something is there. And coming to ECC, this one here, the same IP address, it is dedicated for 68. Okay, this is a GUI, GUI or else log on pad, SAP GUI or log on pad we can call. Say first I am going to ECC system. Once we click on this, after maintaining IP addresses and etc., we see this screen for the entering into the system. Here we use the user ID and password. Okay, this thing. Once we maintain the user ID and password, we enter within this screen. Okay, the first one is compared to other ERPs, SAP is a very flexible software, very flexible. Easily we can use it compared to other ERP softwares. Okay, easy access, something is there. Now here, say normally this easy access screen operated by the users within the business for their transactions and etc. And from our, we are trying to becoming the consultants. From our end, we need to go with the implementation guide. SPRO is the transaction code. See here, SAP reference implementation guide. Why the SAP is getting more success within the ERP field means for each node and for each process, here they have given detailed documentation, IMG documentation. Say the symbol is there, IMG activity documentation. Okay, that we can find out. Okay, these arrow symbols are calling as a nodes. One main node is having multiple nodes. Say coming to our EWM part, integration with other SAP component, one main node is there, one main node. Okay, if we open this node, we can see hierarchies, different hierarchies. This is the SAP ECC system. If we open integrate with other SAP component, we see other SAP packages. Say for example, say supply chain, supplier lifecycle management, APO, transportation management, different are there. But in our case, we are dealing with the extended warehouse management. Okay, under integration with other SAP component, click on the extended warehouse management. Within this node, again sub nodes are there. Basic settings for setting up the system landscape. Okay, see here, this one, this is the first one. We need to establish a landscape connectivity between these two systems. Open it. Name logical system. Okay, name logical system. Whenever you are opening any node and etc., just please go through the IMG documentation. Okay, you will get clear idea about this one. Okay, you will get. This is one of the best practice. Okay, to understand the importance of that node or importance of that settings. Okay, name logical system. We can define. Okay, this one. Coming to here, name logical system. Say here, caution, this table is cross client. Okay, cross client means that this logical system is connected with other clients. Client is nothing but here, just now we have seen 400 or 800, 500 like this thing. Okay, if we change anything, the entire landscape will be disturbed. Okay, but don't touch anything, just have a look on this. Okay, even though you find out any new entries button means even though you have the privilege to change the setup settings, don't touch this any landscape setups. Okay, nearly some 300 400 members are working on this, entire system will be damaged. Landscape connectivity, go here. Say here logical systems. Within this system, they are using one logical system name T90 CLNT 090. T90 CLNT. And please note that this will be varying from system to system. Okay, logical system. Say I can maintain security system like this. Nobody can stop us. System will work. But we need to follow some protocol. Follow SAP is recommending that easily identify. You can use this kind of logical system name and accept. Okay, this one. In this case, T90 CLNT 090. And we can go through the position button or else we can go through the selection by contents. Okay, see here. Here also we can go any specific, if we want to go, use this button selection by content, otherwise position. CLND 090. This one. Okay. This thing. IDA CAL central system client 800 like they have maintained. This is the logical system for ECC system. This one. See here they have given client 800. If we go to here, you can see the client 800. Okay. This one. This button. Client 800. They have created one logical system. Okay. This thing. Coming to the EWM system, and it is required to maintain the logical systems in both systems. Okay, why means we are calling the functions remotely. The system should identify that what is the source, what is the destination for that one. Okay, if we are into ECC, source is the ECC system and destination is the EWM system. If we are into the EWM system, source is the EWM system, destination is the ECC. That is general rule. EWM CLNT 400. This one. Say here EWM logical system 400. This thing here. Here they have maintained two logical systems. Once after maintaining the logical system, it is required to assign client. It is required to assign, just like our Srinilayam is there. What is the 2-255? Like this. Balaji Nilayam, some 3-375, like this thing. Okay, this thing. Assign logical system to a client. Come here, 800 client. Say here 800 client. Say here 800 client logical system C90 T90 CLND 090. Okay, say here someone is the maintain that please do not change standard settings and etc. Okay, these things. Please do not change standard settings. Okay, if change anything, entire system will be disturbed. Okay, this thing. Just see here, new entry button is there, but please do not practice in this area as much as concentrate on processes only. Now, 400 client, see here, 400. See here, 400 client, which is assigned for EWM CLNT 400. Okay, these two are the clients and logical systems are assigned. Now, we need to maintain the RFC destinations. We need to maintain the RFC destination. Set up RFC destination. Come to here. Say we are using both are SAP. So that is ABAP connections that fall under ABAP connections. And one more thing is the ERP SAP ERP is flexible to connect SAP systems, non-SAP systems. Say for example, if I want to connect my SAP to Java, that is possible. SAP to .NET, that is also possible. SAP to another ERP system, that is also possible. Okay, that is one of the flexibilities there. whatever it may be, we need to maintain the destinations and etc. Okay, see here, different destinations we can see. But in our case, we are working with SAP to SAP only. So that falls under ABAP connections. Come to here. Now, what is now we are into 800 client. Then what is our destination? 400 client. That is EWM system. Okay, this thing. EWM CLNT 400. This one. EWM CLNT 400 is the destination client. See here, this one. RFC destination we have maintained. Here we see different setups here. Administration, who is created, when is created, we can see here. And the technical settings, where your EWM system is available. Just sometime back we have seen the instance number 23. Okay, that system EWM systems 23 is there. Okay, this is available within this target host and IP addresses. Okay, and please note that this IP address is not same in the our log and pad IP addresses. Okay, this thing that is not unique. Okay, this thing target host, this is the target host. Within the target host they have some IP addresses. Instance number is 23. Okay, and coming to here, log on security. Here one user ID is there and password status is saved is there. Okay, say why it is required means from one system I am sending some data to the other system through RSA destinations and etc. Someone should be receive that data there. Okay, someone should receive that data and store within that destination system. That someone is nothing but this user ID. Okay, this user ID. Actually, if we see this user ID is maintained within the EWM system of client 400. Okay, just like if we send any courier to Bangalore from Hyderabad, someone should receive there. Okay, like this thing. So from here we are sending the data to other system, remote system. There this user ID is receiving and stored within the database. Okay, this thing, log on and security. And coming to here, Unicode. Unicode, why it is useful means, say in some countries they use some special characters. Say for example, if we go to Sweden or China and etc. Okay, their laptop keyboards also something like different. Okay, special characters in Sweden. Okay, this one. Say these kind of special characters are there. Danish. Okay, so different companies. Okay, the different countries they use the special characters. Okay, now we are working with two system environment. Okay, one is ECC, another one is the EWM system. Both should be unique. These special characters should be identified by both systems. Should be identified. For that reason, we maintain the Unicode here. Okay, if this is not maintained between these systems, wherever the special character is there, that can be filled with hashtag. Hashtag. Okay, that can be filled with hashtag. Okay, this thing. Whenever you are going with the new implementations, just check with the basis. Actually, basis consultant will look over all these things. Okay, if you work as if you are going to work as an architect and etc., just cross verify. Okay, regarding this Unicode maintenance between the systems and etc. Otherwise, say for example, one vendor name or something is there with some special characters. That special character can be filled by hashtag instead of that special character. If the client goes for the reconciliation report for actual data, what they have and what uploaded with the system, that time that can be failed. Reconciliation report. Okay. Recently, I have seen this in one of big client. Okay. When we diagnose this Unicode is there. This is one of the important setting you need to verify. Okay, before entering the system. Now, this is the maintenance of the RFC destination. How do we know this connection is working fine or not? Here, two are there. One is the connection test, another one is the remote logger. Connection test. If we open it, see here, everything is in good condition. If any errors are there, here we can see red color rows. We can see red color rows. Okay, these things. I will show you. Okay. See, this kind of red color rows you can get. Okay, if the connection is not working fine, the any mistakes are there, you can see this kind of red symbol, red lines. Okay, that also can be taken care by the basis consultant. Okay, this thing. And please do not change anything. Once again, I'm telling. Now come to another option is remote logger. If we have the authorizations, okay, specific authorizations, it is possible to log on remotely. The here EWM50 I am using with the same user ID, I can able to access the EWM as well. But depends on the transaction authorization. Remote logger. See here, this is connected to remote logger. We are say within the system authorization is there. If we see here, that is opening with Narasimha. Actually, they have set up like this. Okay, if the setting is not there, okay, it is possible to open with our user ID, as well. Say here with the Narasimha user ID, that is opening. If we see here Narasimha user ID, that is maintained with the RFC destinations. And coming to this setup, this is for this transaction code is SM59. SM59 transaction code. To access any application within the SAP environment, we use the transaction codes. Okay, SM59 is for maintaining logical systems. Maintain logical system. Okay, this way.
So starting 80 కూడా మొత్తం కనబడ్డాయి కదా స్టార్టింగ్ ఎస్ కూడా
Yeah, these are the logical systems maintain RFC destinations. Sorry, RFC destinations. I'm correcting myself. Maintain RFC destinations. RFC destinations. SM59 is the for maintaining RFC destinations. Okay, this one. If we have the authorization, we can switch it from one system to another system if the connection is working fine. Okay, that we have seen now. Now, see for example, assume that we are into dev system. Our clients are 800 and 400. If we want to go with the quality system, there also we need to maintain separately for ECC and EWM. If it's a production, that is also. And say one terminology is there within the implementations, cutover strategies or cutover activities. Say cutover activities nothing but everything we want to upload within the system to make ready for the user customers uses. In that case, we need to upload, we need to set up this kind of landscape setup, and we need to upload master data like vendor masters, customer masters, and etc within the system. Okay, in that case, as part of cutover activities, we need to maintain this RFC destinations. Once after maintaining the RFC destinations, this is a high level landscape setup. The first one is this one. After that, we more distribute our data between the systems. We upload the data into the systems and etc. Okay, this one. At that time, they open the each this one. Okay, each system environment, quality, development, production. They maintain manually this one. Manually this. This falls under cutover activities. Okay, before starting the cutover activities, you need to check either a connection is there or not. Now one is there, specify SAP APO release. Specify SAP APO release. When the SAP is incorporated SCM package, supply chain management. SCM stands for supply chain management. SCM stands for supply chain management. supply chain management. When they incorporated this SCM package, APO is the first module. APO is the first module. APO is the first module. APO is for planning. Okay, planning for the production activities, planning for the getting the product from external suppliers and etc. Without planning, we cannot do any business. Okay, APO is the first module. So still they are continuing the same name, APO release. The actual name, only the APO release. Actually, that which version we are using and etc. That belongs to EWM only. Okay. If we go to here, specify APO release. Our logical system is EWM CLNT 400. Say here, system type is SAP underscore APO they are using, and 702 is the release they are using within the system. Okay, this one. Here we need to maintain, but this can be taken care by the basic concepts. No need to worry and no need to buy nothing. This just to have a look on here. Next one. Assign RFC destinations to different application cases. Okay, say once we maintain the RFC destinations, one landscape setup going to establish between these systems. If the just now I have seen, we have seen remote log, I am able to connect into that. Okay, if the connection is there, do you want to go with any specific applications? Do you want to go with specific applications from here itself? I am into ECC system. From here itself, anything I want to access from the EWM into this ECC, special application cases. What are those we can check? Here, this is the logical system RFC destinations, and 99.9 customers or businesses, they maintain the unique name for logical system and RFC destination for identification purpose. Even though we maintain different name system will allow, but easily identification, they are using like this. Special application cases, see here. There are some 5. Availability check. Say in entire here this SAP is divided into different modules, different system module or packages. Like say logistic general, sales and distributions, material management, and logistic execution, etc. Okay, this one. Logistic general materials management, SD, logistic execution, like these things. Okay, coming to our EWM system is below the logistic execution. Okay, say we are tracking our stocks from bin level and etc. Within the warehouse, we are doing it. Okay, normally whenever we want to raise any sales order, we don't bother about the bin level and etc. Straight away we raise a sales order at our company level. Company means plant level. We create the plant level sales order and etc. In that case, I want to run availability check. Either these products are not there, are available or not within our warehouse and etc. But if we see this logistic general or sales and distribution is available in the ECC system, but coming to our bin level stocks are at EWM level. Okay, from ECC system itself, if I want to execute the availability check, in that case we go with this option, availability check. Okay, availability check, but with some specific authorizations and etc. are required for it. And display application log of another system. What is mean by another system? That is EWM system. Application log. In entire SAP, we have a log called application log. Every transaction is recording there. if we activate the application log for that one. For that, we use transaction called SLG1. Transaction SLG1 display application log. Application log. Application log help us to identify either our transaction is success or not with green symbol or red symbol. If we open our application log here in ECC, we can see SLG1 transaction code, enter it. Say object, sub object, external ID, everything is there. I am using all star for today's. Execute it. Say here, some are red symbol, some are green symbol, some are not red. This one started this one. Say if we see some error is there, that's why they have log system cannot be determined, logical system cannot be determined like this. If we see green symbol, that is work, that is processed in processed file. This is in ECC system. If we want to see application logs in the EWM system, the same transaction code SLG1. So here also application object, sub object, we can use all stars for today's. See everything is tracking here. Say here some red symbol is there for this one. Someone is maintaining some error or something. That one. See here. Red symbols are there. Some green symbols successfully processed. Okay. Some warning symbols are there. Say here some warnings are there and etc. Okay. This is the application log of 400. If I want to see this application log from ECC itself with some specific authorizations, normally this is not available on IDA servers and etc. Okay. Okay. This if we see that application logs. The next one is, in that case, we use RL, this RL. And one more thing is debugging. Debugging is there. Debugging means, say for example, we are doing some application, SAP application. If we are getting some area, any error and etc., almost 80%, 90%, we can analyze that some configuration issue or something. Okay, 80, 90%. If the remaining 10%, if we are not able to identify the root cause of that error and etc., we go with the debugging. Debugging is nothing but, say in SAP, each transaction or each application is working with reference to a backend program. If we run some, if we maintain some code, whatever it may be, even though Java is there in front end, if we are doing some application, backend some statements are there, SQL, structured query language statements or something is there, even Java or .NET and etc. Some coding is there. The same applies for SAP as well. Okay, some coding is there. Say we are doing some transaction, we are doing some application within the system, we are getting some error. In that case, we are not able to identify that error on this thing. In that case, what we can do? We start, our technical consultant start to debug the program. Where the error is coming, what kind of setting is missed for that application or transaction like this thing. In that case, we use debugging. That is calling as a debugging mode and etc. From here itself, ECC system itself, it is possible to go with the debug the EWM environment. But some specific authorizations are required. Some breakpoint concept is there within the debugging. Okay, external debugging is checkpoints. External checkpoints are required for external debugging. Okay, if we maintain the external checkpoints, it is possible to debug from here itself, but specific authorizations are required. Next one is QRFC monitor. QRFC. RFC stands for remote function call, we see. And every data, either this transaction data, distribute between the systems in terms of some small packets. Some small packets. That those small packets are nothing but queues. QE, this one, this queue. This queue is nothing but a small bunch of data or packet of data, whatever it may be. Okay, this one, queues. Say we are using RFC for transferring the data. Transferring the data. This is calling as a that the queue is there, queues RFC functionalities, QRFC. RFC in the form of queues, we are sending sharing the data, distributing the data between two systems. Okay, QRFCs. Say any queue is got failed. Say for example, we are working with two system environment. Here I have maintained some data. The data is not available in the other system, remote function of other EWM system. In that case, what we can do is that queue is going to block within the system. We need to analyze that queue. We need to analyze that queue and maintain that one and reprocess. Then only the data can be successfully processed. For this, we have monitors, queue monitors. Inbound queue monitor and outbound queue monitor. Inbound queue monitor and outbound. One is for receiving, another one is for sending. Okay, this one. These QRFC monitors are available in both systems, ECC and EWM systems. Okay, for your understanding, what I am doing, what is the queue monitor and etc. What I am doing is I am going to create one new material for some org structure is there with me. Okay, I will do some purchase order and this one about inbound delivery and etc. I will apply some queue block for that product and we will see. Okay, this thing for better easy understanding. I am creating one product for one of the existing this one, some 15. I am using one material. Okay. Okay, I have created one material. Actually, I need to transfer this material to EWM system, but I am not doing this. Okay, I am going to create the purchase order, inbound or delivery. Don't worry, we are going to discuss from the scratch. Just this exercise for understanding the queue block, how to clear and etc. Okay, this one I have created this material. Now I am going to create one purchase order for it. Okay, reference purchase order. I am taking this. ME21N is for creating purchase order.
Material, sir?
Same material we use now. I am not distributing it to EWM. I am trying to create everything.
Keyboard for the material.
MM01. MM01. Same stuff. Yeah. Okay. Here 15. I am using 15. Okay. Okay. Here. Say here, I have one purchase order with me. I am creating one inbound delivery. If you observe, I did not distribute this material into the EWM system. Actually, we need to distribute that. VL31N. Q test 01. Say I am getting some message as inbound delivery was saved and distributed to WMS as well. Now we go to the EWM system, either it is successfully processed or not within the EWM system. Okay, this one we go. Go to EWM 400.
So one doubt, you created material in ECC, you created the PO in ECC, you got the EPD also in ECC.
Yes, sir. Now I am going to EWM system. Say if we see here SMQ2, one transaction code is there for the Q block. See the inbound queues. SMQ2 inbound queues. That is the transaction code to see the inbound queues. SMQ2. Go to here. Execute. If we see here, see this is our inbound delivery within the ECC. This one I have copied that. This one 18006033. This is system failure. Double click on it. Error during the mapping. See here. Say could not create header data. Error during mapping. Material does not exist. This is correct. Say I have created material in the ECC. I have not distributed to the EWM system. Okay. The delivery got distributed to the EWM, but that is stuck in the EWM environment. Until unless we clear this, it's not possible to process this. Okay. This is calling as a Q block. Normally we see several kinds of Q blocks in the support environments and etc. Okay, Q blocks. We use the Q monitor, QRFC monitor, inbound queue. SMQ2 is the transaction code. SMQ2 inbound queue. Now what I will do, I will transfer that material into the EWM system. I will transfer the material into the EWM system and process this queue. Go to ECC environment 800 client. Okay, we use. No, don't worry. We are going to discuss our today. Our concept is this: what is the Q block? What is the Q block? How we clear that? Okay, I'm using some transaction code called CFM1. This thing. Here I'm using model name. This one. Logical system is application map 15 where don't worry, we see okay in further session CFM1, CFM2. The today class intention is Q block. This exercise is for Q block. What is meant by Q block? If any data is missed, how we can clear and etc. Okay, this one data distribute. CFM2 after maintaining this. Just I am sending the data into EWM environment to clear the queue. Okay, now that's fine. Now I want to maintain this material at warehouse level here. I am fulfilling the requirement to clear the queue. Bus. Now come to our queue. See, this is queue. Okay. Now this material is available in the EWM system against our warehouse. Select this. Go to reset status. Resetting. Execute. Reset. Okay. Transaction. This nothing was selected. Means that is cleared. That is clear. If we see within the transaction level, it will appear. Say for example, yeah, this is not the third line item is ours. Say some others are using some other error. See, no business partner found for ERP, some cardinal or something. They have not maintained some data. this queue. Say this one, business partner. Somebody is created, but they have forgotten to maintain the business partner here. Okay. Now this is fine. This is now in our case, without transferring the material data, we transfer the transaction data that is blocked within the queue. After maintaining that, we have reprocessed that queue for the further processing. Now, for example, if we see here under the delivery processing, you can get this number now. This one. See, that is processed. This is the inbound queue. We have seen in the EWM, the same SMQ2, same inbound queues we see within the ECC as well. Within the ECC as well. Now we are into ECC system, SMQ2. Say here. Say some error is there. Account determination INTBSS is not possible against some inbound delivery and etc. They are not maintained some account determinations and etc. Okay, that's what that is. If we maintain that, it will process. Okay, like this. This is the queue block. We have seen inbound queues in both systems. Outbound queue is nothing but whenever we run any transaction, the data first go to the outbound queue, then it will go to the other system. Via outbound queue, the data can be processed into the legacy system or remote system. Okay, the fact that SMQ1 is the transaction code. SMQ1 is the transaction code. See here, outbound. Say something are there. Say someone error is there. Error are opening this one. Some errors are there. Okay, outbound queues. This thing. And the same outbound queue SMQ1 we can see within the EWM as well. SMQ1. These are the queue monitors. Okay. Normally, the support projects we need to work on this. They are in the front end. Customers are working their regular transactions. If any data mismatch, if or any error is there, the data can be stuck within the queue. In that case, we reprocess that, resolve that error and reprocess that. Okay. And coming to our different application cases, from ECC itself, it is possible to access the EWM queue with some specific operations that we can see. We are into ECC, come to integration with other SAP components. Okay, extended warehouse management, basic setting landscape, different application cases. EWM and CLM.
Sir, if S4HANA is implemented somewhere, then Q is not involved in those kind of system?
Queue also there in S4 HANA system. There we can use the common queues. No EWM specific, no EC specific. Just we use inbound queue and outbound queue. Everything is there.
And no need to distribute the inbound delivery in S4HANA system?
Yeah, same we can see within the SM
process.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will show you in the further sessions.
Yes.
Wherever we have the integration differences between decentralized S4 HANA, we work with both environments. Okay. Normal internal warehouse packaging and etc. That is, those are same. No need to go with that two system environment. Wherever we have the integration differences between the system environment, that we open both systems and we work. Okay. Wherever the common are there, say one product is there, I want to pack. Either HANA also the same thing, decentralized also same thing. We use decentralized. Okay. And after completing the sessions, our friends should be able to work on both system environment, either decentralized or S4. That is our intention.
So not much difference in both of these, right?
Correct. Some small integration differences are there.
Okay.
See here, from if we maintain the application case RQ and with some specific authorizations, it is possible to access the queue monitor from ECC itself. From ECC. Okay. Next, MD, one application case is here. Display product master product here. Say materials in ECC we call those are a material, but those are products within the EWM environment. From here itself, it is possible to see the product views of EWM with some specific operations. These are the different application cases. Okay. And next one, set target system and queue type. This one. So for example, from ECC, I am sending some data to the EWM system. Some data to the EWM system. If the data got failed. Okay. From ECC end, if the data got failed, or else some system is not available, EWM system is not available, that can be stored within the ECC itself of inbound. The first data goes via outbound delivery. If the remote system is not available, the data come back and place within our sending systems inbound queue only. Okay, that is for easily understanding and etc. Okay, that also we see in further sessions. I will show you how that can be struck in inbound queue types and etc. SAP is recommending this, not restricting inbound queue type. Okay.
In the config you are specifying I, but in the queue type we can also O, right?
Yeah, O also there, but SAP is recommending, not restricting. O also there, I also there.
What is the benefit, like if something got failed and it has to be in the outbound queue only, right? So to process again later. But if it is going to the inbound of the same system, then what is the benefit we are getting from there?
Benefit means nothing, but say outbound, we are sending the data through outbound queues. Unfortunately, EWM system is not available, means yeah, the system got down. In that case, okay, we lost the control from sending system. From our
Is it?
outbound end that is processed. Okay,
So
somewhere that will be stored in some virtual. Until unless the EWM got up, then only that can become.
so
Okay,
you
if
mean it is, if the recipient system is not available, you are saying the outbound queue will be processed.
correct. Outbound queue processed our data, and that data got failed due to the system availability and etc. The data returned back and stored in our inbound queue.
Then how do you process if it is there in the inbound then?
Then we need to resolve it and process it. Just like we have seen on material.
Okay. So you have to initiate the transaction again from.
Correct, exactly. It depends on, yeah. Say for example, some transactions with small master data maintenance and etc. In some other transactions, what we can do, that queue we will delete and reprocess the transaction again. Okay, we will see some this one. Here one concept is their distribution model and etc. Within that we have set up some DAPI function models and etc. Wantedly, without maintaining the distribution model, how the system can behave and etc. We can see. In further sessions, I will show you. Yeah. Okay, sir. Yeah. Yeah, this is about highest landscape setup within the ECC. Okay, in next session we see the EWM side landscape setup.
Sir, I'm confused in between client code, like all the three server, production, quality, and development of ECC and EWM. All the client
Yeah.
code is same or must be same or different.
Not different, sir.
Like for ECC production and EWM production, both are same.
No, different. It depends on.
Okay.
Say, if you want, you can keep the same name. If you don't want, you cannot.
So it may be same or may not be.
May same or may not be same.
Oh, both are possible, right?
Both are possible. But the dev client and the production client numbers cannot be same.
Okay.
One sec, sir. Yeah, one sec. I will show this and start the session.
Somewhere I observe ECC quality server and EWM quality server having the same client code. Also ECC production and EWM production having the same.
One thing, sir. These are the systems. Say for example, 200 and 300, 400. Okay, these are the ECC dev quality and production system. It may be 200 or whatever it may be. If you want, you can go some XX length. That is also possible. That is also possible. Why? Because this environment is different. This environment is different. Okay. This is
Yeah, but
okay.
cross client
Okay.
is more complicated for data transfer, no?
Why?
Like
That's what.
development ECC.
See why these here logical systems and these are separate, right?
Yes, like
Yeah. Depends, sir. Depends, sir. Okay. It 99.99% these should not be same. These should not be same. 99.9%. Okay. If we want to go, that is also possible, but 99.9% nobody can use. Like we can use like this. Okay. Like this. Anyway, these cannot be same. Why? Because one 200 is dedicated for dev, 300 for pass, production for 400 like this. Okay. This cannot be same anywhere. These cannot be same anywhere.
testing and production servers cannot be same.
No,
Like 600
no,
is testing and production is testing 600, right? No,
no,
not possible.
not possible.
Where we do the configuration in development 200, right?
Configuration development 200, we move first to the quality, next production. But coming to the landscape setup, it's not possible. Why? Because in the 200 development client, 300 is not possible. So every system we need to open and maintain these RFC destinations
So
individually.
development client is fixed as a 200 or maybe any number digit.
Say here client name is 200, right? Here 300. If I maintain RFC destinations, here 200 is there. 200 cannot equal to 300, right? So not possible. We need to maintain individually landscape setup. That's what I'm saying.
So development client is always 200 or any like 100, 200, anything we can.
Anything, sir, that is
Anything.
our free text field. Okay, I can keep
D1,
900. Nobody can stop me.
D1.
Okay.
Or else, bro, D1, DU2, whatever it may be, three characters you can use.
It depends upon the client. D1,
Depends,
QE1,
depends on your
PR1.
architects and the client side architect's decision or whatever it may be. There is
All
no
of these
risk.
things are flexible, no need to restrict. Okay.
They will always not 200. These are the three text fields, sir. Whatever you require, you can keep three digit up to three
Yes.
digit four.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for attending session. Have a nice day. Monday we will have session, sir. Not weekends. Okay.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice weekend.
Bye.